Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where the two fallen empires are fighting each other and their rights to pass through our territory expire in like 7 months. So, they might declare war on us. That'll sure be exciting. We should get these upgraded, for sure. Well, at least upgrading. Make sure our economy is as strong as possible. These guys are currently on their way up over to Araya to fight each other. And these guys are in Tuayama currently, presumably to use our gateway that we built. There we go. Yeah, they're heading straight for the gateway. Well, they'll bleed each other. And I think they're going to get to each other in time to actually have some words with each other, if you will. So let's go ahead and tick forward, bump it up to fast. I backed up the save game, because sometimes Iron Man does weird things. And apparently just going back to the menu in order to do that, and then in order to force it to save, because you can't actually save the game manually in Iron Man mode, but you can exit to menu, and that does the same thing. So I don't get why they have it disabled, but I backed up the save, and now we're back. So let's see what exactly happens here. They're moving pretty quick. There's no doubt about that. They aren't very happy with each other. We are going to finish up dark matter deflectors soon. Also, I just thought of something. If they fight each other in our territory, do we get to research the debris? I'm not exactly sure. Stellaris, you okay there? There you go. And we need to get our construction ship constructioning, because now more than ever it is mega important that we have an economy that is good to go. Because if we're facing a war of attrition against two of these guys, ugh. So here's their first task force going up against the Zaplo fanatics soon. Presumably it's going to happen in Mavel. And we'll see what exactly happens here. I think the Hifnar are going to win. They're definitely stronger. Yeah, they're going to confront in Mavel. This is going to be some exciting stuff. Look how fast they are. It's pretty speedy. Out of curiosity, why did we go up in strength? Oh, it was because we finished the energy weapon attack speed, didn't we? I think that's what it was. Let's see, how long until we can get another 20, or another 10 per fleet? 30 months. 72 months on dark matter deflectors. So essentially, we want, ideally, to hold off for a year. However, their open borders expires in 4 months. They're certainly going to get this battle done. You guys are on your way up here, right? Yeah, they're going right now. This battle will be engaged presently. Here they come. Ooh. The Hifnar aren't grouped up. They're going to be trickling in. This is not good for the Hifnar. But there's their reinforcements. That is a ridiculous fight. But that sounds good. I'm perfectly okay with them blowing each other up. Because with this massive engagement here, we're now in a position where we could probably take both of them. Because they're just throwing their ships away at this point. Looks like the Hifnar are going to win this, just through sheer force of numbers. But it's going to be close.
Construction complete.
Hey, our starbase is finished up. Let's get these upgrading to a citadel immediately. It's still going to be a long time before these come online. Okay, let's see how this battle finishes up. Oh, the Hifnar actually retreated. That's really good for us.
Construction complete.
Only 2 more months until the privileges are revoked. I want to just say, feel free to walk through our territory and kill each other, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be a thing. Okay, you can go ahead and start building your starbase. We didn't have the influence to do that before, but now we do. How are we coming on the gateway in Avacania? We're still a long ways out, is the answer. They just... Did they seriously just jump their Colossus alone into here? Okay, he bailed.
Construction
I was
complete.
gonna say. Science 07 has finished its surface construction queue. Let's jump up here, make sure it's completely upgraded. It is. Excellent. We can get this upgraded, looks like. That'll be fine. Okay. Well, we are about to not have a truce with these guys anymore on the 22nd of this month. Well, we'll see what happens. They did just blow up each other's fleets pretty heavily, so that's good. 22nd. Looks like they're still just wandering through. Okay, that's fine. I'm a-okay with them essentially violating our sovereignty right now. As long as they're not officially violating our sovereignty. Closed borders, diplomatic communication from Zaplo fanatics. Okay, but our borders are still open to them, aren't they? I think so. Okay. We just let them do this. This is fine. They can blow each other up if they want. Also, Zaplo fanatics took over this system and are currently fighting this station with a 93k. The Zaplo fanatics are going to win this, aren't they? That's fine. We're more prepared for the Zaplo to win. So we'll go ahead and build this here, and then you can come out here, and we don't have the influence yet. We're going to need to wait another 2 months, so that'll be fine. I do wonder how the Zaplo actually got here. Did they use jump drives or something? Breach the hyperspace lane? Not actually sure how they got there. I'm gonna guess they did something along those lines. Okay, as soon as this month tick happens, we're gonna grab this starbase. Right now. Well, now that we're no longer auto-saving. I was holding shift there. Okay, so we have a Hifnar fleet here, a very weak Hifnar fleet here. And looks like they're actually heading out. There's gonna be a fight in Avacania, it looks like. Oh, there is a fight in Avacania right now. What are those lasers that they're using? Let's take a quick peek here. We want the battle cruiser. They aren't using lasers at all. Those are focused arc emitters, I think. And these guys are using psionic shields, which are about as good as the shields that we're currently researching. Let's see, these are all escorts. Here's a battlecruiser. Yeah, it's slightly better than dark matter deflectors, but it's not a huge deal. Yeah, those must be tachyon lances that I'm seeing here. But yeah, if these guys want to blow each other up, I'm gonna let them. I'm not at all concerned about that. The Hifnar won that, which is great. They're currently... Let's see, who actually is the aggressive here? Or the aggressor here? The Hifnar are the aggressors, and they are losing this. That's fine. So they took this over, looks like. Yeah, that's the Zaplo fanatics, and then they were bombarding that world. Okay, you need to grab our research and our mining. Fantastic. So the Zaplo now have this over here. Here's the thing. If the Zaplo win this war outright, we basically need to declare on them immediately-ish. I'm not sure that they will win this war outright. But, yeah. We basically need to declare immediately-ish before they can get too rebuilt. Because they've taken huge damages. I think this 90k is basically all they have left-ish. Yeah, pretty much. Looks like. So yeah, we could fight them at this point. Now, I don't want to until this war ends. I want to give us as much time as possible to get these stations online, and I want to get this research done for dark matter deflectors, fleet command limit. I want to get all this done, if at all possible. And I would also like to get this Stargate online before we declare war. However, a lot of that won't be possible. So let's see here. We are currently at 76% on that, 77. And these will be done in 600 days. Okay. How's this war going? 45%, 19% for the Zaplo fanatics. So yeah, they are winning this war. They say it's not yet too late for us. Well, I beg to differ. I'm not very faithful. It's just not really who I am. So, let's just stay non-faithful. I would say that we're apostates, but we never really had a religion to begin with. We're robots. So I guess our religion is math? I don't know. So, we have another 500 days on these stations. Our construction ship working on the gateway is actually getting close to done, which will facilitate this war, but it'll also facilitate us. 88%. We're currently equivalent with these guys because they've blown each other to kingdom come. Like, we're equivalent to these guys. The Zaplo are currently stronger than the Hifnar. I think the Zaplo are going to take this, ultimately, which is a bit surprising. I would have bet money on the Hifnar when we first started this, but the Hifnar are losing pretty hard, and it's all because they didn't group up their fleet right at the beginning. Hey, there's a pretty big battle going on here, looks like. Yeah. Zaplo won that, too. They heading over to Chi-Draconis for the gateway?
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
I don't know, but we did finish our kinetic weapon attack speed research, which is great. Now we could grab neutronium armor. This is a waste of research points, because the armor that we currently have is better. So I kind of think that we go for kinetic weapon damage increase. There we go. On these stations, we've got about another year. However, our gateway construction site is almost done. 98. 99? Soon? There we go. And it will be done in just a few days. There we go. Gateway construction site ready. Okay, we're gonna get this going. That'll be 1,800 days, so that'll take a pretty hefty amount of time. We're going to go ahead and come down here and start working on Atraitus. There we go. Perfect. And we have a tradition available. So we have Empire Leader capacity, or we have Trust Cap, and an opinion increase, but with fellow machine intelligence empires. Well, there is the Model 16 Continuity down here and the Silicron Compilers, but I think that's all the robots that there are. we'll still grab universal compatibility. There we go. Okay. 312 days on these citadels. And we are currently at 46% war exhaustion here. We have a sector missing resources. There's a shocker. We're going to go ahead and toss, I don't know, 20k energy credits at them. There. Excellent. And now the question becomes, do we want to, or rather not do we want, but when do we want? Zaplo Fanatics just declared war on the regime of Dervanus. Now that is interesting. That is, of course, these guys over here. They're probably going to use our wormhole, is my bet. But we probably want to declare on them sooner rather than later with that. Let's wait until we have our fleet command limit up and then declare. Because they're going to be very, very weak. We can come in and wipe this out very fast. We're going to move our fleet from Avacania over to... what is in Pennick? What is that? Is that a defensive station? No, that's a resource reprocessor. Okay. We're going to come on over here. Now, they do have fleets kind of scattered around in our territory, which is a bit frustrating for what we're thinking about doing. However, let's go ahead and grab this construction ship here and do all of this nonsense. There we go. See, the thing is, with their two wars going on here, I think that they are overextended. That's why I want to declare on them. Grab these from them, and then... I mean, ideally we start here, and then we go this way. And then we head from Chi Draconis up here, while this fleet is starting to attack them. They don't actually have that much back at home. And we're still 45 months from dark matter deflectors. They are going to crush the regime of Dervanus almost instantly. Like, these guys have a fleet strength of 10k. They have no chance. The only way that this happens is if we intervene. So yeah, I think we go ahead and wait for our fleet cap, move these guys up over to Pennick. We have a sector missing resources again. We'll send them 5k energy credits. There we go. Well, we're also pretty close to finishing up our construction on these citadels. We are going to be needing to queue up a lot of buildings on them. So they're not going to be really combat ready for a while. That's the main problem. Because each of those will take, 6 months to build. And then we're also going to be building a target uplink computer, and then a defense grid supercomputer, and a communications jammer. And we're going to be building one more building there as well, and each of those is going to be taking 6 months to a year. So yeah, I mean, these won't be ready to go, for sure. And we may lose a lot of minerals that we've invested in these. However, it would also slow them down, and like I said, they don't actually have that much over in this area. Like, over here, they don't actually have that much. This fleet would be able to engage anything that they've got here. Definitely. Now, these stations are not prepared to take any of those on, obviously. They've also got... well, the Hifnar Enforcers are way down here. They've got this fleet here. And this fleet here. They're not much of a threat. And they don't actually have anything down attacking the regime, who is attempting to consolidate their fleet, but it's not going to go well for them. So yeah, I think we just drift into position, bide our time, wait for the opportune moment to strike. I'm guessing that these guys are heading down towards AWS-8Q. But hey, we just got fleet command. Excellent. We're going to grab another fleet command tech. It'll be a while before that's ready to go, but let's hop into our fleet manager, and I've got here somewhere my spreadsheet that I already had upgraded. We need to have 44 corvettes in this thing, and we need to have 26 destroyers, and we need to have 13 cruisers. There we go. So 2, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, and now we need to reinforce both of these, like so. Excellent.
Construction
and we
complete.
should probably also start moving our army up to here. It'll take him a good long time to get there. Fabricator 2. You can go ahead and grab this, but you don't actually have the ability quite yet. A couple more days. Okay, build a starbase in Starmag. Fantastic. So, this war in heaven has kind of stalled out. So, I feel like... I'm just not 100% certain when I want to declare war here. They're actually heading up this way towards Avacania.
Construction
Where
complete.
is... G Draconis Starbase, yep, and Zero Starbase, yep. We're just waiting to group everything up. Okay, so 108.8k, and then this one is going to be closer to 105 probably once everything gets in there. And this one will be about 110, is my guess. Dark matter deflectors here in another 38 months. I mean... if they don't start attacking the regime heavily down here, which they still haven't started with that, if they don't start attacking the regime heavily, then I feel like we wait for dark matter deflectors. If they do start attacking them heavily, then we need to intervene. So we are still at least a year out from being in position. So there is that. We're going to be taking some losses, but we're going to be heading to Chi Draconis anyway. Our economy is ridiculously strong compared to theirs. They do have a fairly strong fleet up here right now. So this is definitely not the opportune time. We're going to go ahead and build that there. You can't build quite yet. We need to wait another 3 months, looks like. Well, 2 months. Okay. So yeah, we need to wait for a bit for things to settle down. And then we'll need to declare on whoever wins the War of Heaven, or the War in Heaven, which is looking like it's going to be the Zaplo Fanatics. I mean, they did declare another war on the regime, but they don't seem to be interested in attending it. It's a very poorly attended war. We'll go ahead and get that construction ship constructionating. That'll be good. So yeah, I feel like we can very easily attack these guys, but what we can't do is easily chase down their fleets. So, based on what they have right now, we can very easily take out their home systems and these systems. But their fleets are just kind of everywhere in this area. And so they're going to do a lot of damage. But I feel like that's probably okay. I also feel like that's definitely something for next episode. See you all next time.